if you are a lonely, or you feel like you're unsuccessful, you're a young male probably, and you're watching this video, let me tell you, I didn't even have an idea of what to title this video. I probably won't even know until I put it out, but I just saw, I have one best friend who is actually has a child now, and the reason I'm doing this video, I'm gonna ramble and talk about a bunch of things here, is I just saw one of my old friends, he has a child, and then all of his friends have like 2 children, 3 children, and these are all the guys same age as me. And I'm thinking, I know they have like a super strong social circle, they hang out with each other, they have girlfriends, and these guys, they basically hang out with each other all the time. And I saw these beautiful pictures, children. One of them is like half Persian, half like like Nordic, and they're like, one of their children is blue-eyed, all this, and the other one is like basically like more dark eyes Persian. And it got me thinking of, wow, how I would love to have kids with one of these beautiful girls that I connect with, and is hopefully like blonde, skinny, young, all these things. So it also got me thinking, wow, is it too late? I'm already approaching 30. And then I thought to myself, probably not. Probably this is not just me. This is probably most guys out there, 80% of the guys. I don't have statistics on this. Don't quote me, or quote me, whatever you want to do, bro. So I thought, yeah, I feel sad, but I feel happy that some people are repopulating these countries that are going down in population. It's not a hard job, but then I was thinking, yeah, I want to be part of that. I want to be part of this community building, and and it got me thinking, like, how do they figure it out? How do they find those social circles? These guys, I knew them. They didn't have a social circle. One of the guys I knew, he didn't even have a family in a way that we think like biological, And now I see they have children, and you never know. Just like Instagram, everything looks happy. You don't know like what's really going on inside. I'm sure they're happy. I'm happy for them. I'm sad, but not like, I want more for myself, and I feel like disrooted because I live somewhere where, by the way, don't mind this beautiful guy talking. I just opened up Instagram and it's just there. So this is my message to you as a young guy. If you feel like you're left behind, if you feel like, by the way, I really recommend Taraban's book. Taraban, I think his book is really talks about us men and how we provide value to this world, and how our worth is determined by that. To some degrees, like, for sure he's right, but also if you look at some of my friends that I talk about, in a country where wealth was already prominent and existed, these guys that I know, they didn't get chosen by these girls based on money. They were usually chosen based upon looks, or just by circumstance that they were in those social circles. So yeah, I guess Taraban's book would be way more applicable to like America, and to countries where money still matters more than anything. In these countries like Sweden, for example, where I lived, money became less and less important. Still, success is good, but it wouldn't be as important as I would imagine, but who knows? So you're not alone. Listen, in my opinion, from what I see, most men not getting laid, for sure not having a relationship with the girl they want. And I'm not sure how girls are doing, but I know that girls in general, they have all the problems of a relationship front loaded. They are way less likely to go into a relationship than men, because we men, we are men. Yeah, as soon as you basically had sex with a girl, you kind of don't care anymore. But I mean, this is kind of like subjective, but let's say, I think Tarban put it better, but all the tests for a girl is in the beginning of the relationship, before the sex. All the tests for the male is for the commitment later on. So we don't commit to anyone, but we could have sex with anyone, kind of. And then the opposite is, girls don't have sex with anyone, but then later on they already have committed, right, once they have sex. So that's a biological challenge. And yeah, I thought about another thing, that I might be a, you know, loser in this world, or whatever you want to call it. I'm pretty successful for myself, but I want way more than this. So I saw this, yeah, Elon Musk at this point, I don't know, he has like, I don't know, 10 children or something. And it makes me sad because I'm so far behind. But it makes me also happy that, just imagine if today there's a lot of competition, just biologically, think about it. Man, once these guys like Elon Musk have a lot of children, like, there's no chance, like, if I'm not ambitious, if I'm not driven, like, fuck, my children gonna have to compete with Elon Musk's children, that just makes me like mind blown. It doesn't have to be that, it just sounds funny, It's like, imagine right now there's like one Elon Musk and he's dominating, and then there would be like so many more of him. That's how evolution led us to here. Now we're all driven and we all want to be active all the time. We're all like hyper fucking ADHD. Now imagine in like 100 years this shit is just getting faster. Like, the most successful guys are getting basically the whole choice, the range of all girls, and everyone else is left behind. So it brings us back to this discussion where, yeah, it's all a mess, man. It's all a mess. Just do your best. By the way, comparison is the thief of joy. You know that? Jordan Peterson said that also. So I try to compare myself to yesterday, and then every day just compare myself to yesterday, right? And I'm doing good. I'm learning. But yeah, definitely want to do faster, do better. So I don't know what I'm talking about, but I guess I'm trying to reach out to all the men out there who are like me, who want to reach somewhere, who want to have families, who want to have tribes of people who they respect, of guys who they admire, of beautiful girls that we chose, that we think are also, of course, we want those girls to be in alignment with our values, right? That's the most important. Beauty is, today I was out, I'm in Warsaw, beautiful woman, but it made me think like, yeah, there's beautiful women, but how many of them are actually in the same mindset, same family values, same health values, same business? I could kind of like argue against, because if my wife is like super entrepreneurial, she wants to open 100 companies, she will not have time for me. I already don't have time for myself. Then like that probably won't work. If any of you play League of Legends, there's a support and AD carry. 2 supports, 2 AD carries doesn't work. Support and AD carry is the best. It's a symbiotic relationship, yeah? Let's not get too biological over here. But yeah, if you're a young man or woman, yeah, continue building, There's, I think, in this day and age, when marriage became less important, when all of the social media stuff, just by giving like most women, not everyone, but so many options, basically most guys get left behind. That's my understanding. So yeah, I don't know what I'm even trying to come to say more than what I have to you, but I also feel that I might be getting left behind. How do you solve that? How do you have a social circle, I was always this outsider, because I guess we moved to Sweden with my family when I was younger. So if you have moved your neighborhood, your state, if you feel like you don't have many like deep friends, I get you. This might be our biggest weakness, our biggest pain points, and maybe also our biggest strengths. Because imagine, this is the pain that gets us guys to move. The pain of not having a family, the pain of not being able to reproduce. So this might be our best strength. Let's learn from it. Let's push. And this is one of the main reasons I started the progress of not fapping. And it's been 3 months, I think. It's funny because I started on my birthday, and then since then I haven't. And I'm getting better control over myself. I think this has been one of my biggest addictions and one of my biggest weaknesses that has been getting less and less control over me. I believe this was one of my weaknesses in a relationship. And I think this comes back to you, where if you are in a relationship and you're super needy for sex because this is an addiction for you, and it was for me for sure, it kind of destroyed my relationship, because just to get laid, I would go so far. And again, girls don't have this need to get laid, like we guys do. It's like a ticking time bomb inside of us, and we feel so released when it's done, when we come. Yeah, so think about that. If you want to hack your body, if you want to hack your mind, you got to really start from here. That's my discovery anyways. We got to stop fapping, not just to stop fapping, but to, as they found out, it's a willpower muscle. The more you do the things that you don't want to do, the stronger you get. So, porn, I don't know, sugary stuff, and all this stuff that gives you cheap dopamine, it's not going to be good long term. So if you want to have families, if you want to have socials, if you want to get stronger as a man, I think this is one of our tests as a man. We're not born with value. We need to create value. And I think creating emotional stability within ourselves. I remember when I couldn't get laid and it was going 1 week and I hadn't jacked off, I would get so like, ooh, fucking, I lose control. Basically, I would be so much more emotionally unstable. Now I kind of don't care. And I think that's a huge thing for a guy, to gain control over your biggest weakness. And I think sexual weakness is probably the biggest weakness for all males all around the world. This is just biological, yeah? I don't think girls are the same, for sure not. But yeah, we guys, we need to get stronger, yeah? We need to get stronger, we need to push hard. And once you fix this, in my opinion, if you're like me, most guys that I know of, they're not getting laid left and right. They're not these hot, attractive guys who just easily get girls. If you are, good for you. You don't have to deal with this. But yeah, if you are like me, then you gotta get control of this, because once you have control of this, then you can actually start doing what I'm doing, which is, business. Go out to talk to girls, do stuff. Because if you're releasing this energy, there's also a book called The Way of the Superior Man. It kind of talks about semen retention, but that's something else. But if you get control over this, you can actually redirect this energy, or let's say train yourself, just like David Goggins, to hold this energy and take this pain, take this fear, and push yourself in business. Push yourself in things that are important, that will give you resources, that will give you fame, that will give you the things that a woman deems attractive. And most of all, it gives you the drive and confidence and urgency. That's the biggest thing that it gave me. Was not motivation, but it was urgency. I always had motivation to make money, but now I have urgency. So this might be the most important. It gives you, there's no option for failure. You have to succeed. So I'm pushing forward. You should too. I would love to meet some of you guys out there who are pushing super hard, who are understanding that we are just animals. We need to fix these problems. Sex is important. Having beautiful girls that we admire around us is important. Having great brothers that we can trust. We can create win-win situations as much as possible. And I think always there's a win-win situation. That's life. That's the essence of life. Enjoying life. Every day being better than yesterday. So it's not just motivational. These are facts, man. Remove the frictions. And one of the biggest frictions for me, it was just having to jack off, because otherwise I couldn't work. It was like always on my mind. Now it's on my mind. I can work though. So I'm getting control over myself. And I think that control over yourself, that emotional stability, it radiates outside. When I talk to girls now, they feel it. Yeah. And this is my superpower now. And it should be yours too. Have a good day. And you will have what you want. And think about this way. Your direction is to have what you want. And even if we work our whole life and we don't reach it, you know what? That's okay for me. As I said before, and I say it probably forever, if you have a learning aim, life is a game. If you have a results aim or a status aim, that status could be I have to have this kind of girl with this many children, with this kind of money, you will always be sad because you're working hard all the time to reach it. And you feel shit every step you take, and it's not closer to that, you will feel worse. But then, if you choose goals that are continuous, like I want to be better than yesterday, you can always be better than yesterday. So learning aim, life is a game. Results aim, life is a shame. Because once you even reach that point that you have children with that family, and then imagine you lose it, there's an accident, one of your children becomes a drug addict, or it's not the vision that you inspired yourself by. Now you're gonna get sad because your result was your aim, not the progress. So this is how I do it now. I put the results as a direction. Yeah, that's exactly how I do it. I put my results as a direction. So if I want to reach $50 million, I say I'm on my way to $50 million or more. But my goal is to be as much better than yesterday as possible. And I think this is going to be applicable to you guys as well. So keep pushing. Have a good day. Watch this other video if you haven't. And by the way, contact me on Facebook or join our Reddit group. I'd love to meet you if you're in Warsaw, and let's build together. Have a good day. Bye.